in like my situation, if you have a girl who's a friend, does that make it a girlfriend?
No.
Like if I just say, oh, I have a girl, here's like, let's just pretend there's a girl right here. Hey, this is my friend.
Correct.
And she's a female.
Right.
Would you be under the assumption that that's my girlfriend?
No.
Why not?
I don't think.
Well, you're completely messing my whole thing up here. You're getting me in trouble. Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Falcons Corner, voice of the Falcons. Mike Rickert, good guy, the no co-host, Coach Berg, and Touchdown Tom, SID, on and behind the camera. It's like...
I feel like I'm at home on the Berg's Nest right now. Let me just get that out of the way.
Right, yes.
It's been such a long time.
It has been.
But we're back. We were on the perch. Was that last week?
We were on the perch last week.
We keep getting kicked out of our space.
It's like... this has nothing to do with the Berg's Nest, but this is how I'm going to lead. It's like you get a forecast, and it's going to snow. Mm-hmm. And you're expecting not to have work or school. Mm-hmm. And then you don't get that forecast. You only get like an inch and a half, and it just turns everything to a mess, and it's sloppy and dirty. That's how Saturday was.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's how Saturday turned out
That's
to
how
be.
Saturday night turned out to be
Yeah.
for Snow Week. It was not a full-blown snowfall where we can enjoy a day off and have fun and go sleigh riding. It was just an inch and a half of crap, slush,
Just trying to make
mush.
sure you throw crap into every episode
Yes.
now. I picked up on that.
That's 3 weeks in a row. So that's kind of how Saturday night felt
Yeah?
with Snow Week.
Well, let's start with Snow Week.
Yeah, sure. So we lost by 3.
That's all you're going to say?
That's all we're going to say.
I think there might be some more from the people who were there. So I wasn't there.
Right.
We were busy not losing by 3 in a soccer match, but maybe
Right.
by a little bit more. But we'll talk about that later.
Yes,
but I was able to watch the broadcast at home, and I know there was a lot of things that went wrong pre-game. Speakers at the stadium.
Right, yeah, all that.
You know, I do have to give a shout out to Dr. Eric Fire Larson, because how many athletic directors do you know start lugging like 15-pound speakers?
They're not 15 pounds. I carried them down. They're heavier than that.
They're heavier than that? Lugging them around.
Add 40
like
or 50 to that.
You talk about
per
people
speaker.
just diving in and doing stuff, and the speaker situation, and then we have our own, and they're not like stadium speakers, but they're loud enough to where I'm watching, and it's like the first quarter, and I said, hey, you guys, you managed to get the sound system there up and running? He said, no.
Yeah, we got it up and running for 20 minutes.
I said I could hear the voice pretty clearly on the PA through the live stream of the broadcast. So that's the one shout out I will give, because I know not anything was going right.
Right.
But you know, you have a lot of people that pitch in to get things done. So that was interesting.
If we're going to talk a little bit about the football game, it was a great college football. It was a great college football game.
Absolutely.
Up and down the field, a lot of great plays.
A lot of offense.
A lot of stupid penalties, some missed calls. You get in a lot of games. It's unfortunate that like higher levels you don't get replay because some of the calls. And I was just with Coach Pardini. He showed me
watched the replays.
He showed me a couple of photos of stuff where calls went against our way, which
I'll even say there's video of a catch made that was never made.
Right, and a catch that was ruled not made as a
and
touchdown.
Then even a final touchdown where the gentleman never got in the end zone.
Yeah, so it was
you're allowed to push in college football, but not pull, and maybe a lineman was getting pulled.
Yeah,
or a lineman was pulling and scored. But hey,
all in all, a great college football game. Carmelo Taylor's welcome to Scranton party. He had 3 touchdowns, over 100 yards. So you can see why Coach Franklin at Penn State recommended him to come here so he could bounce back to Penn State.
Right.
You know, so he is as legit as his 4 stars was.
Well, you can see
coming out of high school and how much he could run. But not only that, but Mike Hodge is a man amongst boys out there, and Daryl Harper had a great game on offense. And the defensive, other than giving him some points, did some great things. Gene Townsend was all over the field at linebacker. So was Nair Graham.
I kept hearing his name.
Yeah, so Gene, and he's maybe undersized a little bit as a linebacker, but man, he could play. He's legit. And you can see why he was a West Virginia
if he's undersized,
kid too.
He's everywhere.
You can't tell.
He's everywhere.
And then the usual guys like Andrew Marshall, going sideline to sideline, making some plays and stuff too. So everything was good except for the final results, and
it was that was the final minute of the game.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like final. Coach McCary making an appearance.
And then, Wyatt Hagan was up and down at quarterback a little bit. Just a couple, one ball got away from him, led to an interception. Which you're going to have that when you're playing the top 3 team in the country, right? And then he got hit on another one and, led to an interception late, but bounced back throwing that touchdown pass to Carmelo with a minute left to go.
Number 3 team in the country.
Yeah.
And, you lose by 3, you play so great. And when is Lackawanna? We've won games and lost our ranking. We lose a game and we hold steady at 13. I thought maybe we would move up.
I thought maybe we would slide up a little bit.
Feedback from a lot of the higher ranking teams, but it's hard to jump over some of the teams that also won.
The fact that we stood where we were, because of how we played on Saturday, that's a lot of respect to us, a lot of respect to Snow as well, and their opinion. Because I've talked to even some of the Snow broadcasters.
Did they move up or did they stay?
They remained at 3 because everybody else won ahead of them. But I talked to one of the Snow broadcasters. He said, "You guys have a heck of a team," and was really,
seems to be the
really
general
impressed.
consensus. Some of the top-ranked teams or administrators from them who did watch the game had reached out to Eric, and I know a lot of the coaches reached out via Twitter to some of our coaches, like, you guys are the real deal, you had them, like little things like that, where as a coach you're kind of like, damn. But I just think the East Coast not always having that type of respect, it's pretty awesome for us, especially early on in the season, where you haven't even hit the meat of the schedule yet.
And then a shout out to just what Coach Duda has been able to do over his 30-plus years here. And even I know Ray Dayton was responsible for a lot of the guys on offense and defense of recruiting those guys in that. Compared to Snow and those other top-ranked schools, we don't have our own facility. We don't have a fancy big weight room. We don't have a locker room. So what they continue to do and the product they put on the field every year, it says
kids to come here.
It says something special about what we do. And stuff
it's
too.
awesome.
But Carmelo is Athlete of the Week, and I know Ferg is still trying to get in touch with him to talk to him, so we may or may not be talking to him. But
a small window because they're getting on the road tomorrow to go to
Georgia
Georgia
tomorrow night and stuff
That's
too.
why we're a day behind, and
So may or may not be talking to him, but at some point we'd like to probably talk to him just to hear his story and stuff too. And stuff too. So all right, so let's talk about you.
All right, men's soccer.
Okay.
Went to Essex County College. I thought we would be in it. It was a nice, warm, 98-degree day on the turf. The fighting Falcons got off to a slow start as opposed to the week before against Monroe, and that slow start, Essex had 2 goals in the first 23 minutes and a little bit to overcome, and then kind of played out pretty well. The problem was we gave up 2 more before half.
So
and they have a really nice forward. I don't know his name, number 19. He had a hat trick in the first half, and it was just. They were a little bit better than I thought. I was able to see some of their film from 2 previous games, and they had a hard-fought 1-1 game against 4-year Berkeley College a couple days prior to that, but it was only the second time we played 11 on a side. I mean, you guys know we only have 12 players cleared to play. So training sessions are, it's 4v4. It's hard. And until you play more, and I think the overwhelming theme on the team is chemistry. We don't have it yet. And it's hard to develop it when you can't play. So we're going offense versus defense. We're doing a couple different things. You try to interchange, but we're never getting that full view against anybody other than in our matches. So it's a unique situation. They competed to the end, though. At halftime, I thought we discussed things. We kind of had a better game plan. We changed our formation based on need and maybe personnel in some different spots, and we came out and I was like, all right, if we can hold it and win the second half, if it's 4-0, we can handle that, and gave up a goal in the first minute and a half. So you go from having a little bit of energy to 5-0, and it's really hard to compete. So we were scheduled to be back playing this week against Harrisburg
up in the
Community
air
College. And we found out just yesterday that they have decided to cease men's soccer operations for the season due to inconsistent numbers, they said. That hurts us on our schedule because we didn't have a full one anyway, and they were 2 of our matches. So a little frustrating.
Well, you work your magic.
But on the same time, we know what it's like to be in those positions. So right now we're scheduled to get back playing this Saturday against Ulster Community College in upstate New York. And then we go from there. Next week, Penn State Scranton. the week after that, we have 2. We play on a Thursday at Union, and then we're home on that Saturday, the 5th. It was supposed to be against Harrisburg. We're looking to fill it in and try to get our guys an opportunity to play so that we have enough games under our belt before playoffs. But they're still working hard. Positive attitudes as much as you can have because it's frustrating and they're competitors.
Of course.
But, it is what it is.
All right, good. And then let's wrap up the week talking on volleyball over other in-season fall sports. So they had
women's soccer too.
Oh, that's right. Women. Well, let's
continue
continue soccer.
I wanted to. We can save them. I mean, I saw like 2 in a row.
Yeah, so we'll talk women's soccer. I was going to say that for later on, the big celebratory second part of the show, but we'll keep it going.
Sport,
all right.
So, a 2-1 victory over Sussex, right? Because we filmed since before we played Lehigh Carbon. Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah.
We had the Lehigh Carbon match was on Thursday, so we missed. I think we missed as far as like we debuted that, and then on Thursday they ended up playing. So they got a 7-1 win there, and then took on Sussex on the road, fell behind 1-0 in the first half, and scored 2 goals in 12 minutes to pull away with the win.
Pull away, and
you're
bringing an unconventional penalty kick.
I love pulling Lindsay Tasker out of goal to do the PK.
Yeah, just strategic move. Coach knows.
Did she leave her goalie gloves on to kick the PK?
You have to.
I think she did.
I hope she
did.
I'm
pretty sure she did.
I will see her tomorrow in the weight room, and I will ask.
And I'll tell you what, she was the goalkeeper for local school Abington Heights when they got to the state finals last year. And kind of got put into that position because their starting keeper tore ACL in the summer.
Right.
So she filled in that goal, and Dan, Coach Berg recruited her to play the goal. But up until then, she was a midfielder.
Right.
Like she always played, so she's not just your typical goalkeeper, but does.
And
really
I knew Coach
well.
Berg moved her out of goal in the Lehigh Carbon, and she ended up having 2 goals, I think, on last Thursday also.
Yeah, another penalty. Yeah. So
yeah. So Sussex, they didn't have a program last year. This is the first year, like they're kind of building back again, and just like us though, small roster size. It was a competitive game. It was nice to see them not give up. And it's nice to see that there's 2 wins in a row for the program.
That's right.
For the first time since some other old hack did that about
good for you.
10 to 12 years ago or so. If it was 12 years ago, it was the year we probably got to like the conference semis.
Okay.
But, well, hopefully they can do that again.
According to what I looked up, it was 2012. Now, that could be wrong. There could be some games missing, et cetera, but it was 2012 the last time the Falcons put 2 wins in a row.
Yeah.
So
nice.
Been slim pickings.
Congratulations to them.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's huge.
Good.
And now they're on I think they have a little bit of a break.
Right until next week, and they got a little bit tougher task next week.
Mercer
We can talk about that
typically
next week.
Pretty strong. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I don't know exactly where they're at right now, but historically through the years, that's a really big hotbed for soccer down there. And I want to say they were defending region champs for us. Unless Essex beat them last year, so they got some games coming up.
Yeah, that'll be a good test for them. We'll see really where they're at.
Happy for the success, and they're up to like 14 on the roster now.
Good.
So they fulfilled those things, and the girls who were there, I was getting ready for film session, and they were getting ready to leave yesterday. At least make sure that the film worked.
Right.
And like they just have positive attitudes, and hearing them interact with each other for some of them who've never, and they're like,
right.
Hey, did you check and see where so and so is at? Like we're going to be late. Like it was really cool. To
right.
hear that
and they're all first years, so it's nice
awesome.
to see them bond and stuff like that. So congratulations to Coach Berg in his 2 straight W's. And then we might as well just wrap up the week and then talk volleyball. Coach Reese's girls had rival Del Tech here last week.
Friday.
Yep, and a 3-0 very.
I heard it was intense.
Very intense.
One of the most
highly contested
3 sets.
What you would expect with Del Tech because they're perennial Region 19 power the last couple of years and stuff. So we were able to get out a 3-0 victory, which made me be able to get home and have my pizza sooner than I thought. I was hoping.
Alfredo's.
No, I stopped at Bawan on the way home because it's right home in Lackawanna.
All right, back to the Bawan.
Yeah, stuff. Sorry. So,
but that could be our interlude with the fly years ago.
right.
To talk anyway.
But then
3-0, right?
Yeah.
Like I just can't get over that because that's kudos to Del Tech. Like but Del Tech, that's a bus ride.
Right.
It's here. You're playing here. I heard it was just a really, like you said, intense.
Yeah, and there was again a nice crowd on hand. Football players, football guys came up and stuff too. So and then they went right back the next day, later Saturday afternoon, to play a couple 4-year schools, Penn State Mount Alto and Penn State Hazleton. Not the greatest outcome against Mount Alto. I talked to Maddie Durfee, and she said they just were like a little bit stronger and faster, and
4-year school.
Yeah,
4-year school, 2-time defending USCAA national champion as well. So
right.
they know what they're doing.
Right. So you have some 18, maybe 19-year-olds going up against women who are seniors and 22 and 23.
Right.
And there is a difference.
And again, too, like, even if you look at the sport of volleyball itself, the continuity is important because, communication, girls playing with each other for 3-4 years, it's a huge advantage. Right. But they were able to bounce back from that 3-0 defeat to beat Penn State Hazelton, who is also a pretty good team.
Right.
In 5 sets. Again,
another 5 sets.
So you go 5 sets with them like we did here 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, right? After you play Montalto first, you have that heartbreaking 3-game. It's now your third match in 24 hours, and you still manage to dig down deep. Shows like a lot of guts for the volleyball girls, like in that team, and what Coach Shelby and Coach Ashley have done.
Right, and Coach Rickert in the weight room to make sure that they're strong and conditioned enough to get through such a vigorous schedule.
I know, and she did her schedule. You can't even blame that one on the scheduling guy. But a 5-set.
I don't mind that they go 5 sets in a tri-match on the road.
On the road.
Yes. Home tri-match, which is this Saturday at the Student Union, starting at 10 a.m., 10, 12, and 2. Just 3 sets for each match, please.
But do you have some stats on the girls?
Ariana Gervin had 20 kills.
That's what I was looking for. I couldn't remember what it was.
The second match against Penn State Hazelton. I think Jana had 16 or 18 kills in that match, too, in the win. I know Ariana had 6 in the first match against Montalto. Against Del Tech, Nadia Toth had 10 kills in the victory. Really just the thing for Coach Reese right now is she has a lot of weapons she can go to, which is good in the sense that you never really know who's going to step up, and you have a bunch of options. It's bad in the sense that she needs to find places on the court for these people to play. There's
so many.
There's only so many places.
Which is important though if you're going 5 setters against good teams. That your kids are looking fresh.
Depth.
You have some depth and plenty of stuff too. So they're back at it this weekend in a tri-match. So come on out or catch the broadcast on LackawannaFalcons.com/live. Let's take a break because it's been a while since we took a break, and then we'll talk about the schedule ahead with our other sports and some other sports we got going on.
Sounds good.
All right, we'll be back in the Falcons Corner. Take flight.
Goes out late. Ball, but couldn't. Snow. Do the same thing. Marshall forces Wilson to down once again. Wilson kept it going, and Nair Graham cleans it up. I would be careful if I'm Lackawanna here. Located, and someone's thinking about running forward, and he's not going to get it. The Falcons push him on a bounce. Looks down, has Taylor, his man filled out in coverage, and Carmelo Taylor scores a touchdown. Hand off to Wilson, and he's snowed under. The Falcons get in the backfield. Chases him down. And the Falcons intercept it back. It's kicked off. Ball go to the top of the formation, and they're going to run a quick pass out to Hodge on the right side. Has a first down. Hodge down the sideline. Michael Hodge, one shoelace away from breaking it. And off the Falcons get to him in the backfield. He's close. He's close. It depends on the spot. The Falcons say they stopped it. Good. Falcon football. Lackawanna holds on fourth down. The top. Hodge alone near side. No snap again for Hagan. Hagan steps up the pocket, throws it over the middle. Has it complete to Harper inside the 30. Down at the 29-yard line. Taylor came down with it. Touchdown! Touchdown Falcons! Carmelo Taylor from Wyatt Hagan. A 33-yard touchdown strike.
All right, we are back in the Falcons Corner. Voice of the Falcons, Mike Rickert. Good guy, the no host, Coach Berg, TD Tom, SID. Question. If, in like my situation, if you have a girl who's a friend, does that make it a girlfriend?
No.
Like if I just say, oh, I have a girl, here's like, let's just pretend there's a girl right here. Hey, this is my friend.
Correct.
And she's a female.
Right.
Would you be under the assumption that that's my girlfriend?
No.
Why not?
I don't think.
Well, you're completely messing my whole thing up here. You're getting me in trouble.
So this is going to get deleted?
No, that's fine. No, it needs to be talked about. This is important. It needs to be talked about. This is important.
Are they just sitting there? And
like just say like,
hey, I have female friends. They're my girlfriends. My wife is my wife.
Let's just say we're talking about on the show. Oh, I have a friend who's a girl.
Okay.
Would you think I'm talking about my girlfriend?
If you're referring to her as such?
If I just said, oh, I have a friend who's a girl. That's how I refer to her. It's like, oh, my friend, she's a girl.
No.
You wouldn't think that was my girlfriend?
I would not.
All right, well then I apologize to my former girlfriend. So I do. So I had a girl. I need to say for the record, we need to show this, I had a girlfriend.
Okay.
Not a friend who was a girl.
Right.
I had a girlfriend.
Right.
All right. All right. We like to have those personal moments.
So do we still have our singles only coming? Oh my God.
I'm still single, yes.
Okay.
All right, but I just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
I had it because I was under the assumption if I just introduced the female,
right,
as a friend,
right,
that they would assume, even though I know you shouldn't assume, blah blah blah
right.
blah blah,
Yeah, no,
that there's like, oh, that's Rickert's girlfriend.
No, did you say this is my friend, so and so,
Yeah.
or this is my girlfriend?
No, I said friend.
Right.
I would say friend.
Right.
All right.
You seem like you subscribe to the Biz Marquee.
Well, it's math.
Kind of school of thought.
Yeah, well, it's
You're
math.
never just
like
a friend. Right?
So then I would like to make a formal apology to my former friend who's a girl.
Okay.
All right.
Easy enough.
All right. Is that good?
Yeah.
All right, good. So now I'm off the hook.
All right, yeah.
All right. I had a girlfriend.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
I have no girlfriend.
Okay.
Now. Okay. All right. So we got baseball on the road at their jamboree. Softball was on the road last week.
So softball was on the road last week. They played doubleheaders at Lockhaven and at Penn State Schuylkill.
Right.
And they're back at it this week, and I believe they're going to Bloomsburg on Saturday and somewhere on Sunday.
Yes.
Mansfield.
That's right.
Yes.
I couldn't remember.
And then
baseball's
up at
Cortland.
So they're at Cortland for like a
jamboree. I was there last year. It was like
showcase,
10 degrees out. It was awful.
Yeah.
But
so-
there are some, there were some Division I coaches
So
and
it's
stuff up there.
it's a nice showcase event for them, and he's bringing like some of the guys, and we'll see what's going on.
So that'll be good. And then as far as broadcasts go for football, it's a 1 o'clock kickoff, right?
1 o'clock kick.
And then
Big game.
you will
Where are they
post.
playing?
They're at Georgia Military.
We haven't discussed that yet.
And
91
then,
degrees predicted down
and
there.
humid, and there'll be a live stream for that. I know there was said last year there was a paywall, but then there wasn't a paywall, so we don't know. But you'll post all that.
It's jockjive.com. I think, if I remember correctly, last year it's not paying to. You don't have to pay to watch it live.
Okay.
But you have to pay to watch
the replay of it. Okay.
So
Yes,
you
to
can
watch
get
it
it.
on.
Oh, okay, that's
on
interesting.
demand,
But for any
I
of those,
believe.
you'll have the volleyball link out, LackawannaFalcons.com/live for volleyball Saturday,
Yep.
so you can watch volleyball at 10, and then you could watch the first half of the match that you don't really have to watch because it's
And
not
then watch
Lackawanna,
football.
then watch football, and then you can actually get 2 devices, and then you can watch the second half.
Split screen.
Yeah, and stuff too.
Like
So
it used to be like the quad box. Wasn't that what it was for DirecTV or whatever it was? Or,
I think
Yes.
they
like
have
the
it for
quad
YouTube
screen.
TV now. Yeah.
They do. The multi-view. 'Cause I have that, but
Right.
I ain't paying that.
yeah,
Best part about YouTube is every week it becomes cheaper.
yes,
Like they allow you can purchase the rest of the season at this. You can purchase the rest of the season at this. So.
yes.
But yeah, big matchup for football. Number 7 team in the nation, Georgia
Yep.
Military,
And rivals have been playing them forever.
yeah, of course, and you got to get back up. A tough loss this weekend.
Long
How
bus
do you
ride.
emotionally and physically recover from
Right.
After
that?
a long bus ride.
Yeah, long bus
Yeah,
ride,
they'll
hot
be in
day.
the, but they got the Golden Corral.
They do have the Golden Corral.
Golden Corral, and they're fully stocked with all of their
I love how
hydration needs.
I love how the trip is planned around the Golden
opening-
Corral opening.
The opening time of the Golden
awesome.
Corral.
I know the departure time was changed today. I was a little surprised,
Right.
but then I found out why, and it makes sense.
It makes sense. Yes, it does. It absolutely 100% makes sense. So, best of luck.
Safe travels.
Safe travels. It's a long way. Best of luck. It's going to be hot. We talked about how important it is to be hydrated and do all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, hopefully they come home with the W. The guys know that this is also a very big game if they have any
is.
postseason aspirations.
Yes.
'Cause there's not a lot of ranked teams left on the schedule.
Right.
So they know that a victory is really, really needed. And
Correct.
Military has been playing really good and has really played a tough schedule so far.
Yes,
too.
they
So-
have.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Good week.
All right.
It was a good week. I like being back up here. Feels like home.
Yeah, a little bit. I feel relieved that I've
Got that
let
off your
everyone
chest.
knew that I had a girlfriend.
Yeah. Finally, we didn't know.
Yeah. Well, But you did. So, all right. We good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. We'll see you next week on the Falcons Corner. Take flight.